Captain Duck again, and one of our famous, or getting famous, I don't think, talks I'm going to give. I think it's the 30th of March, and we're still holed up, of course. And depending what television station you watch or news station you listen to, or what papers you read, it's all doom and gloom. There's only two stages: it's bad and worse. There's just talking about up to 6 months now before things get back to normal, which is just anyway. We won't talk about that today. I'm going to talk about the priest in Nukunonu. He was a naughty boy. Now, Nukunonu is the middle island or atoll in the Tokelau atolls. It's the middle atoll, Nukunonu. As I said before, it's about 300 miles due north of Samoa. And I got to know, of course, all the local people and the dignitaries and the chiefs, and every trip I learned more about the characters and whatnot. But this is a story about the young priest in Nukunonu. Nukunonu is a Catholic island, and the other two, Atapu and Whakaofo, they're actually LMS, London Missionary Society. So anyway, this priest was a naughty boy, going back, this is probably about 2003. He was he liked a drink too, and one night, about I don't know what it was, sometime during the middle of the night, he, after a few drinks, he decided to try and creep into one of the valleys, one of the houses of a young lady, and he was caught trying to molest her. And of course, this was a shocking thing. It was really, really, really disgraceful. And he was hauled up in front of the chief, the Faipule, what did they call him, the next day, and all the elders were there. And apparently he was a very, very, very shamed, and he was in tears and begged for forgiveness. So they all went away and they thought about it. And then they summoned him after a while again, and they said, we all make mistakes. So we're going to forgive you. We're going to forgive you. So the priest, of course, was very happy about this. So all went very well for another year or so. And then about a year later, the same thing happened. Naughty boy. This time it was another young woman. And once again, he got caught. So he ran away out of the house he got caught in. And when he was just beside himself, he was just realizing what he'd done. And he managed to find a rope. And there's lots of these trees. Well, there's not lots, mostly coconut trees. But there was a tree. Now I'm trying to remember what sort of tree it was. It was it wasn't a banyan tree. Yeah. Anyway, it was a tree, and it had branches sticking out the sides and stuff. And it was about 30 feet high. So nobody saw him do it, but he climbed to the top as far as he could get. And he tied one end of the rope to the branch, and the other round his neck. And he jumped, thinking that would be the right thing to do. And, he was just so ashamed. But what happened? The branch broke. So he went crashing down all through the other branches and God knows what. And he landed thump. He broke his leg, a very badly bruised neck. And with all the commotion and noise and stuff, but he was yelling and screaming. Of course, the villagers came running along, and there was the culprit again. And he was in tears, and oh God, anyway. Well, they weren't going to forgive him this time. So he was on his bike, and he was excommunicated from the island. And just by chance, about a few days later, the Tokara, my ship, came along, and the passengers I saw on the passenger list that one of the passengers was going to be the priest going back to Apia. Then I don't know where he was going to go after that, but he was banished. And the priest had to confess to somebody. So who do you think he's going to confess to? I had him all the way back to Apia, several times a day sometimes, come to me and beg to sit in my cabin so he could confess. And I'm not very good at that, but I did listen to him, and he obviously got something out of it. But he vowed he'd never drink again. He vowed he'd never chase women again, and all the rest of it. So, you know, apart from that, he was quite a reasonable sort of a young guy. But well, wherever he is now, I wish him well. And there's another little story for you all. Thank you.